Happy Sunday, folks. It is Nicolasa, and I am back with my Spek that is completely decorated out. I did say in my reveal that I would come back once I was able to get her loaded. And so I'm going to go over what I have inside for you. Just a bit of background, I did get this from eBay, and I got it for a very good price. And when I looked up, this binder with Spek, I was very surprised at the price that I paid on eBay because this was a steal. So at any rate, let's get inside. As you know, this is the outside is Italian leather and it's black color called Nero. On the inside, I believe that this is I forgot what the color is officially called, but it's like a Napa blue, and it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, folks. Okay, I'm loving it. On the inside, I have a little pocket down here that I just stuffed some things in for now because I really want an ollie clip or something to go here, maybe even a paper clip that is decorative, but I haven't found anything yet, so I just put what I had. This is a die cut from the Planner Society, so I just got that kind of peeking behind. If you want to see the pockets empty, go check out the reveal video so you'll see like all the pockets that are empty. But at the top there's 6 credit card slots, and then at the bottom there's this one pocket here. I put cards in here that I don't use during the week. I only use on the weekend because this planner is thin enough to where it can go in my purse. So those go there because I'm only going to access them on the weekend. And I love it because it takes the bulk out of my wallet. All right, moving on, I have a piece of acetate in the pocket, the first pocket, and it's just like some words on here and some sayings that says collect things and not, collect memories, I'm sorry, and not things. And then I have a cardstock, piece of cardstock, nothing but just paper from Michaels. It's black and I like the design, so I cut out a little piece and put it there. And then I still want you to see my blue peeking through, so I make sure of that. Here is my vellum. You guys know how I feel about vellum. I absolutely love it. It's a thin paper-like and crinkly, and I love it because it makes a lot of noise. So the difference between vellum and acetate is vellum is thinner and, again, more like paper than acetate. Acetate is a thicker plastic, okay? This I love. This is a piece of cardstock, but it's like velvet. Oh my gosh, guys. $1.99 at Michael's for a 12 by 12. So in essence, you could use this in multiple ways because of course the binder itself, or what you're going to be cutting out, is 4 by 6.75. So with it being 12 by 12, you have extra. And so even better for me to decorate some of my other binders and my planners. Okay, as you get inside here, I did reinforce on the back. I did not reinforce right where my hole punch is, and that's because for my Franklin Covey hole puncher, it's been kind of weird with thicker paper. I don't know why, but I think I've been taxing it, so I didn't want to put that here for my rings. You see that same beautiful, crinkly, listen to it guys, vellum right here. And I use this whenever I can because I want to see it. And look at those little rainbow designs. This is an iridescent piece of vellum, and I'm actually feeling it. I like the fact that it has like dots on it or whatever, because really and I'm not even gonna say theme because I don't have a theme, but throughout you'll see like I have polka dots, in this binder. So it flowed with no problem. So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta have it. As you guys know, I do have the months, the 12 months here. It's a month on 2 pages. These are my inserts by planners, etc. And you will see that I made also a paper clip here and made a pen holder out of a paper clip. So how you do that is you take a regular paper clip, this one happens to be silver, and then you take a piece of elastic ribbon, see that? You can find these anywhere, Michael's, girls section for hair, and then you cut it to size and you just glue it. You're gluing it right here, and you're gluing the other piece right there with some crazy glue. You make it as big as your pen is. This one I kind of made I did make it as big as my pen, but I wanted it a little smaller because I was going to use it for like a highlighter, because I really want my pen to go here, which is the pen holder for the Spek. But I'm okay. I will find like a bigger highlighter, or I'll just keep my pen up here. I do have the entire year of 2020 here, in here with no problem. My rings are not taxed. And then next thing I have here is a piece of cardstock. This is cardstock again from Michaels. This is raised cardstock, so there's like a little design on it of flowers, and I love it. I just love little crazy things like this where it's not standard. Okay. You guys know that my inserts are from planners, etc. I'm not going to go over that. I've gone over it before. This is the day timer ruler that I put some cardstock on, and this is talked about this in another video. This is I love this paper, man. This was the best $2 I spent. It matches with everything because it's iridescent. I put it on top with some tape so that I don't permanently alter the ruler, and then I just cut out here so that you could just slide it onto the rings without actually opening your rings. Some people are very funny about opening their rings. They think that it makes them kind of loose over time, and I don't know, but I'd rather not take the chance, so whatever. So I put this on whenever I'm doing my weekly plans. Okay, for the weekly, I have in here January through June. I could take out anything past March, so April, May, and June, which is the second quarter of 2020, because really you could, if you've ever carried Franklin Covey or planned or whatever, the classic is to carry 3 months at a time, because anything beyond that is like, it's too much at once, and sometimes it is. So speaking of which, I did take out June through the rest of the year, because really I am not past planning for the first 6 months of 2020. I'm just not that good. And like I said, if I wanted to, I could take out anything past March, but so far it fits with no issue, so I'm just gonna leave it in here. So I take this all the way through June of 2020. Okay. At the back is that lovely vellum again. If anyone wants to know, my inserts are always 4 by 6.75. 4 inches this way, 6.75 high, and it works just fine. I interchange between Spek and Gillio. In fact, my Gillio is off to the side. Sorry, this lovely lady right here is sold. I'm going to be shipping her out. She has 30mm rings, and I'm just more comfortable in smaller rings. This ring happens to be really small. This ring is 13mm, and I kind of, during the reveal, talk about how I thought I was not going to be able to use this, and how, honestly, this is amazing. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The next thing is a dashboard. This is from Foxy Fix, and all I did is kind of slice that down to the size that I needed it to be and punch my holes in it. And I really think that's why my Franklin Covey's not working too well, is because I punch holes in all of these thick, dashboards, and I think it just took a toll on it. I carry my kids wherever I go so that I can always see them, because they brighten up my day, of course. Here at the back, what I did, I'm going to spend some time back here for just 1 second. What I did is I used to have a section back here full of like free-form notes, and I was like driving myself crazy saying, oh, I need dashboards to separate them and all of this, and then it was adding a little text to the rings. And so what I decided is, hey, you have a notebook from Apple Pig that's in personal size. Why don't you go get it and section that off? So that's what I did. I pulled this graph notebook that I have from Apple Pig, and I made my sections here. So honestly, I could change this out whatever planner I'm using. So for example, I made my sections in here, and I have them sectioned off with my my paper clips. So this is my weight section. I have nothing in there so far because I don't want you guys to see. No, I'm kidding. My to-do, which is January, February, and March. And then my hair, like when I had my hair done. So I was like, okay, that's all you're carrying. That's easy enough to put inside this notebook. And what I did is kind of wash sheet some of the areas that I'm using so far, and took a few, I spilled a little coffee, I think there. Take a few of the pages, okay, maybe like, I don't know, 15 or so. I did cut out cardstock to fit on top of it so that it matches my planner. So anytime I change this, all I have to do is take this off and put the, put a different cardstock on to put it in a different notebook. I was like, oh my gosh, genius. All right, so then you can just slide that back in there. I'm not going to put it all the way because I want to show you how I'm going to use it in another planner, okay? Just one second. So in essence, I put my decorations right there. This is a paper clip that I made. I seal my edges, I do all that. So those edges are sealed, they're not gonna unravel. Just some ribbon from Michaels, and I make my own wool balls as well. And I have a video on making those wool balls. How I made this is I just watched YouTube on how to make ribbon paper clips, okay? I like to teach myself stuff, and there's certain things I'm good at, other things I'm not. The stuff that I can do on my own, I refuse to pay someone else for. The stuff that I can't do, like I'm just not interested in, it's like sewing. If it involves any type of machine and sewing, no, I'm gonna order it, okay? I'm just not good with that. At the back, so where you slip this in, you still could put other things, by the way. And then at the back, you have this full, bigger pocket, which I love. I have an appointment card in here, and then I took my washi card and I put washi on it that I'll be using for this planner. So the goal is every planner that I have, I'll have a washi card, and I'll put the washi that's with that planner because I like to try to keep the colors coordinating with each other. In the back, you have that big back pocket. I just have a receipt. I just sold a planner and I shipped it this weekend. I want to keep it in there until the person receives their planner. Yes, you guys, I'm in love. I'm in love, and I'm so happy to be back in my rings from Traveler's Notebook. I really am happy to be back in my rings. I have a Gillio Croco Matte Blush coming, and it should be here maybe Monday or Tuesday. You guys, yeah, it's gonna be a party when I get it. And I also have an Aqua coming in a companion. Love Gillio, love Spek so far. I will tell you this, I'm not fond of the buffalo leather with Spek, and I'm not, dogging the company out. I love this planner. This is unlike anything I've ever owned, with this Napa interior. I learned through trial and error that I prefer the softer leather, maybe the Italian outside. I have not touched the Janet leather yet. I might want to do that because I'm into the softer leather planners, okay? Now, let me show you, so I love this idea, of just having this book go with me wherever. And then that way I'm not so worried about like dashboards and blah, blah, blah. Like it's too much, okay? So here is my Gillio that I sold in royal blue, and I'm shipping this baby out tomorrow. I love the color, I really do. So I'm trying, I've not done this, so I just want to see if it works on camera. I'm gonna take this and put it in there. I just want to see, and it works, but guess what? It's kind of, yeah, it's bumping up against my rings too much. So like I probably wouldn't be able to carry this in a Gillio unless folks, I did this. Okay, unless I did that. And in that way, I would be able to carry it with no problem. Now that's up to you. If you want to go ahead and use your rings for what they were, because honestly, in this big of a ring, I wouldn't need to have this in a separate book. So I guess my book theory only works when you have a thin planner and you really need the space on your rings, okay? Because if you have big rings, it's not going to work. Okay, that's all right. It was worth a try. I just wanted to see would it work. Let me see something else, okay? Well, only if you wanted it up here. Let's see something. I'm like, experimenting on camera. Hold on one second. This is sold anyway, so I gotta take all that stuff out. All right, let's see. If I took, like I did before, a few, nope, not gonna work because this is too small. This pocket is too small for me to slip it in there. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna have to have my sections in the back of my Gillio or in the back of my Spek if I have a bigger ring. Why not? That's, I guess, the reason why you have bigger rings. Okay, you guys, I will be back to show you my my Gillio when I get it in, and my next goal is to maybe get another Spek standard, or let me think about this for a second. Yes, because Gillio's called medium, I'm going to get a Spek standard, which is the personal size, and I would like to get another custom one. At some point, I want to put my hands on the Janet leather. I'm loving the Napa, and I'm loving the 13mm rings. To put this in my purse, I was carrying it around yesterday. It was absolutely wonderful. Now, notice what's happening here. I put my pen in the pen loop, but I also put this pen loop here, and I'm having a little bit of trouble closing this, probably because they're right in the same spot. So let me do this. I'm gonna move this down, and then I'll be back this week to show you my new, to me, Croco blush, and anything else that's perfect. It was because the pen loop was in the way here, kind of making that hard to close. All right, you guys, I love this thing. I love it. I carried it yesterday. It is not bulky at all. I put it in my purse with no issue at all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you like and subscribe. Have a great Sunday.